Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough. This is MUFC Tomorrow's Transfers Today. It's Wednesday night. How are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well in the middle of what is becoming one of my favourite World Cups ever. Obviously, I'm only 29 years. I say only, I feel old right now. I'm only 29 years old, so I've not witnessed a huge amount of World Cups. But this, so far, is right up there for me. But nevertheless, there's still transfer talk going down. And us guys here at Full Time Devils have got it all covered just for you guys. So make sure you keep your comments coming in on today's show. We are talking Marouane Fellaini, Lee Grant, and Cristiano Ronaldo. We've got a couple of stories to discuss today, as well as answering a few of your questions as well. Unfortunately, no Full-Time Devils going on nuts in the comments today. He's not about. Producer Chris has been given the night off, but I hope you're all good. You're here with me, and we're going to get stuck into the first story going today, which is Marouane Fellaini. Now, we were seemingly set on Marouane Fellaini being a player that was going to end up in this out section right here, with Joe Riley, who's gone to Bradford City, with Dean Henderson, who's gone on loan to Sheffield United. But it does look like Marouane Fellaini, whose contract expires this weekend, could be set to renew his contract at Manchester United and extend for a further 2 years. Marouane Fellaini could be extending for a further 2 years at Manchester United. And it's a shock, really, because I was set on Marouane Fellaini leaving. I know a lot of other people were set on Marouane Fellaini leaving. After the comments that he had come out with, after the links with him to Arsenal, to other clubs as well. Obviously, AC Milan's financial fair play situation meant they came out of the running. But Marouane Fellaini now has gone to look for a club elsewhere and came back to an offer from Manchester United, which he has taken. Now, the reports seem to be that it's 100 grand per week for him, which is reasonable considering the day and age that we're in. It used to be a case that the top earners were getting 100 grand a week. But nowadays, average players are getting 100 grand a week. And you'd expect at United he's probably par for course in terms of wages. So that's not the big deal here for me. The big deal here for me is that Marouane Fellaini has taken the pee a little bit with Manchester United. I'm trying not to swear tonight. He's taken the mick with Manchester United. He's been talking absolute grease in the press, saying how he's worth 50 million to replace him and he can demand big money, this, that and the other. And he's gone looking for a club elsewhere. And only after he hasn't found anything has he come back to Manchester United and taken the offer that we put on the table for him. I find that a little bit disrespectful. And I find it a little bit embarrassing from Manchester United. On a footballing side of things, Marouane Fellaini isn't a player that I hate as much as other people. A lot of people hate him. I don't hate him. He has done some good things for Manchester United. He scored some crucial goals for Manchester United as well. Crucial goals. I mean, in the trophies that we have won since Sir Alex Ferguson left Manchester United, Marouane Fellaini has played a huge part in scoring those goals and helping us win those trophies. So, you know, we have to give him his due. But for me, when Jose Mourinho is using him in a central midfield position, and he's not a central midfielder, he's not good enough to play in central midfield. Like Sevilla, for example, really frustrating. I don't want to see him in that kind of position. If Fellaini's used as a plan B, like we saw against Arsenal where he scored the winner, I don't mind seeing that. It's when we've got him in that central midfield area. And that's where it gets really, really frustrating for me, when we have him in that central midfield area. Really, really annoying. And yes, he's staying. And I think with him staying, I think with Marouane Fellaini staying, I think it means Jose Mourinho doesn't have to target another central midfield signing. He doesn't have to target one at all. So it means he can spend money elsewhere. It means that he doesn't have to, you know, spend big money on a central midfielder, and he could target maybe more money on a left back or a right winger or whatever. But for me, I feel like we need an upgrade in central midfield. I really do think we need an upgrade in central midfield. And if Fellaini's fifth choice and he's back up and he's coming on late on, I don't mind. But Marouane Fellaini as central midfield, I hope we don't see that too often. I really hope we don't see that too often. You guys heard the cat. What a stupid cat. Now he's lying around. Like, I would show it you, but it's just completely awkward. It's not going down right now. It's not my cat, don't worry. Me with a cat, come on. Although I did play part in naming him. Let's see if you guys can guess the cat's name. And not only that, get your thoughts in on Marouane Fellaini as well. Or Mariao Fellaini, Meow Fellaini, whatever you want to do it, get it in right now. Do you think Fellaini should stay? Do you think it's embarrassing? Do you think it's a good decision? Obviously, we don't have to splash the cash on another central midfielder. It doesn't look like we will anyway, unless Ander Herrera left. But what do you guys think? Get your thoughts in on the comments below. We are going to be talking as well about a potential 35-year-old goalkeeper signed from Manchester United. Yes. What do you guys want to hear? Want to know about? Like, oh man, I can't believe this. To be honest, I don't think it's as ridiculous as people are making out. I don't think it's as ridiculous as people are making. Let me get stuck into the story, and then you guys can give me your thoughts. Lee Grant, the Stoke goalkeeper, who's available on a free, has been linked with a move to Manchester United by the British press. Now, this is with the Telegraph, the way I've been reading this. Now, in the Telegraph, they're saying that we are going to get Lee Grant in on a free on a 1-year deal. He's going to be reserved to De Gea and Romero. Now, obviously, you see there, Henderson's gone out on loan. Now, it looks like Joel Pereira could be going out on loan to get first-team football as well. Now, if you remember in the 3 in 3 out, I said Sergio Romero was one of my 3 outs because I believe Pereira needs first-team football. And it does look like he's going to get first-team football, but not at Manchester United, which I don't mind. He needs football and he needs minutes under his belt. We got Peder who's saying Joel Pereira to go on loan. And I think that is obvious choice here. Now, Lee Grant is obviously a surprise because no one would have thought we'd be raiding relegated Stoke for one of their freebies and getting him in on a 1-year deal. I mean, when you look at his past clubs, you're looking at Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, Burnley. He played 3 times in the Premier League for Stoke last season. He's made 31 appearances in the Premier League for Stoke in total. 3 times he played last season, 5 times in total. He doesn't get much minutes, and I think that is why we are signing him, because we're going to be playing De Gea, we're going to be playing Romero. He's not going to be getting many minutes. He's just going to be happy to be at Manchester United, and he's someone that's experienced in the end of his career. If he can pick up a medal or 2 being in a squad, I'm sure he'd love to do that. And just the experience of Manchester United for him is something which would appeal to him. Obviously, he's not going to get football, but he's used to not getting football, having sat on the bench at Stoke. I'm sure he'd rather sit on the bench at Manchester United or sit in the stands at Manchester United than do the same in the Championship next season. So I don't think it's that much of a shocking move if it happens. It obviously hasn't happened yet. But I think the best part of this is that it looks like Joel Pereira is going to be able to go and get that first-team football that he needs to get. Dion Davis agrees with that as well. He says he needs to go on loan because he won't play instead of De Gea. Someone else mentioned that Lee Grant could be going to Wolves. He did well against United a couple of years ago, says Adam. Didn't he keep a clean sheet against us? Muller says, Fellaini, you effing leave Manchester United. Have you heard the Batista rumours? I haven't heard the Batista rumours. Peder says, would you take Bonucci? I would, because obviously he's an experienced centre-half in his quality, but he's not going to come to the Premier League. I don't think, not at this point in his career. If De Gea leaves, do you think we need a new goalkeeper, or is Romero good enough? Says Moore. I don't think De Gea is going to leave, so I'm not entertaining that at the minute. You should sign Clarence Seedorf. MUFC plan being spammed, and hey Adam, says Raphael. Hope you guys are doing well, by the way. I don't know what you guys, some of you are talking about in the comments, but I'm trying to get to grips of some of the meaty comments that are in there. Anyway, moving on from Lee Grant, which, as I said, isn't much of a surprise to me at all, because I think United, if we're going to let Pereira go, if we're going to let these players leave Manchester United on loan, then we're going to need to bring a goalkeeper in case shit does go down and we do get injuries. So Lee Grant was the story that is in the title. But I've still got to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, the Express are reporting this. Now, listen to this bullshit. I'm not reading anything into it, by the way. I've just got to give you tomorrow's transfers today, which is what I'm doing to help you get to the bottom of it, to find out what the shit is. and this is proper shit. They say Real Madrid have decided to accept a bid from Manchester United for Cristiano Ronaldo if United make an offer. So what these twats are saying is, see, now I've gone and swore. What these guys are saying is, United haven't made an offer yet, but Real Madrid are ready to accept an offer. What? They got this, by the way, from El Goal Digital. Have you ever heard of them? Worse than Dom Bellon. They're probably Dom Bellon's source, in fact. I don't know what's going on with that one at all. Real Madrid have decided to accept a bid if United make an offer. It really does make my head hurt, all this stuff that goes on. But I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo is ever going to be back at Manchester United. And that is what we've had to discuss today. Marouane Fellaini. We've had Lee Grant potentially signing, and that Cristiano Ronaldo bogus story. Of course, let me know what you're thinking about that. I'll answer a few of your questions as well. Bad Brad says, what a load of BS. Adam, what do you think about England's chances as Germany have left? I definitely think it's coming home. Batista's red. What are you guys talking about? Now, the cat's name, you guys, by the way, is, the cat's quite old. It's my brother's cat. My brother's cat. And we named it a long time ago. Now, my favourite film as a kid was Lion King. And we named it Simba. Anyway, let me find what this guy's chatting about Batista. I don't know what he's talking about. And I can't find anything for it on Twitter or anywhere else. Anyway, guys, that has been tomorrow's transfers today. We have discussed Marouane Fellaini potentially staying at Manchester United. In fact, it looks like that might just be about to happen. Lee Grant coming to Manchester United as third goalkeeper. Could Joel Pereira be following Dean Henderson out of the exit door on loan? And Cristiano Ronaldo, apparently Real Madrid are ready to accept a bid that hasn't even happened. Strange. Guys, I've been Adam McCullough. This has been tomorrow's transfers today. Thank you very much for joining us. I think Stephen Arson's on tomorrow, and then I'm back on Friday. But until then, I'll see you later.